guys, this is Shauna with Lily Moon Studio, and I am back to show you my latest journal. This guy has taken me a while, so you haven't seen a video from me for a little bit, but this guy is a monster. That's why I'm not in my usual filming area. I'm having to do something a little different just to capture this whole thing. It is huge. This was a custom order journal, so nothing's going to be for sale, but it turned out so great. And it has such a wonderful story to it. I just really wanted to show you guys, and I asked the person that I created this for permission, and she was fine with it, so thank you. And yeah, this thing is just, it is massive. This is the biggest journal I have ever made. So just kind of run down on measurements. I didn't get to counting the pages of the journal. There are a lot. Talking a lot. There are 6 signatures in this bad boy. And there is a floating spine on it, so everything lays nice. But it is so big. So big. So measurement-wise, we're looking at 11.5 by 9.5. And this guy has a 5-inch spine. Huge. Absolutely huge. So on this, kind of get close up, the heart kind of looks like wood around it with some moss. And I just love all the different textures and everything of this. I'm going to go ahead and take this tassel off. Just kind of show you guys so much just stuff. And this was adorable. She included some art from her grandkids. So I love that I got to include that in this journal. So lots and lots of different fibers and leaves, different charms that are just hiding amongst all of the fibers. So we really included a lot of things that she liked, which she has a very similar taste to me in things that she likes as far as like foresty items. So that made it very easy for me to work with, which was fantastic. That's just on a bulldog clip, so totally easy to come on and come off. But it made everything very easy for me on my end. But she did want to include some of her grandkids' art, and she had a beloved pet who is featured in this journal quite a bit. And he passed away, and so that, I think, is a lot that prompted this journal. And I guess here, I'll show this. There are some puppy prints kind of scattered throughout in the tassel, and I've got some of those charms in the journal as well. I did use some kits. I'm not going to give you the specific kit names, but I'll give you the shop names, and I'll put links to everything in the description of the video. But I used Nature Site for a lot of the like fairy stuff. I used a few of their kits. Eternal Tail Pages, Trash Panda Studio PH, Raven Wings Clip Art, Pink Moon Creation Art, and Watercolor Lily. So those are the shops that I got these kits from. So I'm hoping we can stay in focus here. It is just a ribbon closure with sari silk here. So we're going to go ahead and open her up. And let me see if I have something around here. Oh, I have a little. That will work. Okay. Open you up. I'm going to make sure we're still in frame because I cannot see my camera from where I'm sitting. Oh yeah, let's scooch over just a little bit. There we go. Now if I don't move it, we should be good. So over here we just have a pocket, and she's a Capricorn. So printed these on cardstock, and everything's coffee dyed. You can write on the back of that. Otherwise, here's some really pretty fabric. This coffee dyed lace for that pocket. And my thought with this journal, and see, this kind of looks like, you know, a portal way into this magical forest. So I almost kind of did the forest as like walking through it and the different things you would see. That was kind of my thought. So lots and lots of leaves. She loves the leaves. So it's very, very decorated, but still plenty of room for her to personalize and write and add things. Lots of dyed pages. So most of these are coffee dyed. These are I did with like my Distress Oxide inks, things like that, stenciling. These green pages, I did use some Rit fabric dye. So here we've got a pocket. This is on Braille. My Eco Dyed page, and this is from one of the Nature Site kits. Just on top of that's a little bit of Sorry. We got some stenciling here. Eyelash trim. These beautiful trees. I love it. Most of these are kind of watercolory. I really like that. We did some fun dyeing on a lot of the pages. And this is some faux rice paper that I made out of a napkin. Lots of mushrooms on there. I used an embossing folder to kind of give it a wood grain look and feel right there. Got a couple tags here. Right here, we have a fairy. And this, I'm gonna scoot it over just to make sure we get this full thing. So this opens up. You just move that leaf like that, like this. Found this really pretty poem. And there's a pumpkin. Her Zeus, which that's him right here. Isn't he so handsome? So kind of like a little mini photo album spread right here. But one of his favorite treats was the pumpkin bread at Starbucks. So I really wanted to include some pumpkin-esque thing. But all these too, you're able to remove the pictures, rearrange them however she would like, change them out periodically. And there are some empty spots too. So if she wants to add more, like right here, she could add another one. And there's a couple more of these throughout. She absolutely could. So I really liked how these turned out. Just kind of making sure I'm still in frame there. These turned out really good, and I didn't use a template, just kind of winged it. And I really like how they turned out. So here's some scrapbook paper. Got this pocket. There's a few of these tags, or similar, different pictures, but I really liked those. All the texture and the leaves and the fairies. And this cute little fairy house that kind of looks like a mushroom. I was like, oh, that would be so cute to see. And I know she really likes flowers. I talked to her quite a bit. We talked a lot through the creating process, and I kind of got to like know certain things about her. So that made, for me, it made making this journal easier. And I was just like, I know she really likes like her backyard sanctuary, and she likes flowers and stuff. So it's like this page would be good because it's got the different flower petals, and also it's writing space. So another one of these really pretty prints from Coffee Dyeing. And a bunny and a dragonfly, which she likes those. So here's the middle of that first signature. And we have a leaf charm and a puppy paw print. So I really liked those. Got this. I included a couple little mushroom paper clips. They were so cute. So they're just so stinking cute. And I was like, this journal is just so big and so much. I didn't want to bulk it up too much more, but I was like, you know, her grandkids, I know she's got one especially that loves to make art for her. So I was like, well, maybe she could clip some pictures and more stuff in there if she should choose to do so. Here's a tag. This one's made from wallpaper. Got another fairy there. Some fun trims on there. Fairies. This paper is made out of banana fiber. I've used it like one other time. I've got some more, but yeah, I thought it was was really cool, and just add a little bit of contrast and more writing space. And a lot of these pages are pretty thick paper. I didn't want to hinge everything because this is so big, and if I would have used like regular printer paper, I would have had to do so. So I used, I had some really big pads of like multimedia paper, which I've used for like eco dyeing and stuff. But the size was perfect for this, so they're a little thicker than just regular paper. This was a cool tag. Laminated leaves. I got this in Happy Mail, and I was like, this would be a cool tag. So we played. And then this, and these prints, oh, I'll have to look. I'll put a note. But I bought something from a shop, and my mind is totally drawing a blank on which one it was now. And so if it's a different one other than which one I said, I will go ahead and put a note in the description. But I left a review, and she's like, oh, since you left a review, you know, would you like a free kit or whatever? And I was like, oh, sure, like that was so kind of her. So mushrooms, I always use mushrooms. So here is one of her grandkids' art, and it's a tree, and I love the little thing it says to her Gigi. It's so cute. So cute. Yeah, at first I was like, oh, is this gonna be weird putting things that, you know, aren't super, like, you know, into the journal? But I loved it. It was so cool. Like, you could just, yeah, so much love. Okay, that's the end of that signature. Going into the second one. Mulberry paper, stenciling. I love using like the craft paper or like packing paper that you get. There's another one of these tags. Have all the tags you can write on the back of and the cards. And these. I used a stamp, which, yeah, she likes dragonflies. So I used the stamp on these, which I hadn't used the stamp yet. My aunt got it for me a while back, and I really liked the stamp, but hadn't used it. And I saw it, and I was like, ooh. So that made some really cute cards. Here's some more artwork from her talented grandchildren. Some of that old piano roll paper. Another dyeing with a vinyl doily thing on top of it. Really liked that print. I'm gonna have to do more of those. Ladybug. I love this paper. It's like a handmade paper kind of feel, and it's really soft on the edges. A couple more of these. Wallpaper and some mushrooms printed on some dictionary page. Here's some paper. This was in one of the things she sent me that she wanted included. And this is from Germany. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. She's like, you don't have to include that, but I liked it, so I definitely included it. Got that one, just some stamping, some playing. Here, got two little fairy tags. Most of the tags and stuff in here are really big, but it is just a very big journal. We have a gnome. We can move this now. Make sure we're still in frame. I think so. Okay, got this big old doily. I use Distress Oxide sprays and stains, and I love how different they turn out on each side. So cool. And both of them work really well in this, so. A picture of a forest at night. And there's a moon, Terry. She will know the story behind that. So here in the middle, this was a paper, I think it was like a placemat or something, when one of her grandkids like had breakfast or lunch or something with her and her son, so that was really cool. And here we've got a couple charms. This is the middle of that second signature. here are some crystals. She'll know why I put those in there too. Or the leaf prints. Those were so cool. I'm so glad I found that. And this fairy. Love the colors together. Just a little tuck. A ladybug. Fox. That was a beautiful fox. Tags. There's one of those mushroom prints on dictionary page. I can hear a lawnmower. Hopefully that's not picking up for you guys. And here we have a picture of Mr. Zeus. And this, I sewed one of those, like the page protector clear pocket things. Just sewed that on there. And so I won't take it all the way out, but you can remove that and change them around or whatever. But I didn't want to like glue pictures. I don't know. I was like, what if it ruins the pictures? So just kind of did that. I like how it turned out. Other side of that. Here, this flips up for some writing space. Green burlap. Really liked that. I didn't have a lot of it, so I've been kind of waiting to use it. Some mushrooms. Some more braille there. I need to dye some more braille. I'm running low on my dyed papers. I just got the white ones. I love that path. It's so pretty. And here's this really cool house. Very rustic. There's some more kind of handmade paper that's got some different plants and leaf litter in it. Very soft. I like it. And here, this is from the back of a picture of her father that her father had taken. And some stuff got ruined and she still had the backing. So we used that, the page in here. So that's what that one is. Another bunny. More of that embossed paper for that pocket. I guess it's cardstock, so not flimsy or anything. Another faux rice paper. I love these napkins. I bought a big one of them and was like, I will use them. Another little pocket. I used some embossed page to make this big old tag leaf topper. Some music page. Another one of those little paper clips. Here's some mushroom art by one of her grandkids. Now this one opens up, kind of another little secret. I don't know. Let's see what you can see here. This part is just blank, so she wanted to write something or add something here. We do have an empty spot here that a picture could go. Here we got our puppies. And I'll come up here, make sure you can see this one. And that just closes. Keep those pictures nice and protected. Make sure I'm back in frame. Think so. Hope so. Some scrapbook paper there. Oh. Middle of that signature. So we got mushrooms, dragonfly. Did another paw print and another leaf. There's a little quote that she had written. Included that right there. Another paper clip, and I had this. I won't take it out, but little card. It's on coffee dyed cardstock. A little side tuck there. Oops, I can get everything to go in there. There we go. of these. And here is the middle of the book, and I included something a little different. I've got this here that you could use as a bookmark. Like if you're writing on this page, you can put it here so you remember where you are or wherever. Here's a cute little charm with flowers and a leaf, and it's very attached, and yeah, just lays like that. I thought that was kind of neat. The waterfall. So I kind of did this signature kind of water-esque. One of Terry's favorite things is seashells. So I was like, oh, how am I going to include seashells into a forest journal? So while I didn't do a lot with that, I did do a little bit. So this, yeah, there's lots of water. And I kind of had an idea. It's printed like little flowers. Well, I will explain it when we get to the page. I love this. It's so pretty. There's some really pretty water pages. One of those kits I got, I don't remember which one it was, but it was huge. So many pictures. I will be able to use it so much. Like I barely even, yeah. So, okay. This was the idea that I had when trying to incorporate, I'll show you these charms real quick, some seashells into the journal. So if you look here, there are little shells kind of on these little borders. So I was like, what about like a little secret cove? So kind of did that. So, you know, little oceany area, and just thought it was pretty, and that way I could get some seashells in here. Some more water. Just another picture, and that one pulls out. It's done with the same way as the other one with the little page protector sleeve. Hopefully that's showing up and not just glaring too terribly bad. Move it around. Here are these. Of these. Now hopefully she gets, I'm sure she will, the reference on this tag. I won't explain it, that's her story, but hopefully she'll get it. I think she will. It's a little fuzzy or something on there. There we go. Mulberry paper. That's the end of the 5th signature. No, 4th. We're going into the 5th. And huge journal. Huge. And this was made by one of her grandkids, so I had to cut it out and turn it into like a card. Another one of those. Another gnome. It's got the mushrooms. This was a piece of that backing. I had to tear it down just a little bit because it was sticking out really bad. So I wanted to make sure I used the rest of it. So, little writing spot. Some eco-dyed paper. And I'm gonna scoop this over. Ugh, it's a heavy one. Open this up. We got pictures of Mr. Zeus. I went ahead, I have a piece of washi tape there, just because it's got their last name, and I didn't want to put that all over the internet. So there's a spot for another picture. Do this. Him and all his toys. Hopefully you can see that. Bring this down. There's another one of him with his toys. I love, this was my favorite picture that she sent me. I was like, that is so cute. Oh, he was so loved. Yeah, that just kind of folds. Turn the leaf like that. I'm going to make sure we're in frame. There we go. Okay. We might end up needing to prop that side up just a little bit. I don't want to move it. Okay. Middle of the signature, we did the paw print and the leaf again. Couple of these. Some more artwork. Love these, they're so cute. Another little paper clip there. It's another piece of that like homemade paper. I love that paper so much. Embossed wood grain. That leaf really showed up. I can get this little paper to stay. Love that. I don't know if this pillow is helping or hindering. Because of that floating spine, it lays nice and flat, but there's Braille. Some ledger paper. It's Pretty Wolf. Mushrooms. So here is the beginning of the 6th and last signature. Loved this picture. Eco Tide tag. Some mulberry paper here. Ladybug. And this was made out of some wallpaper. Gnome. Some stenciling. It's so interesting how they turned out like slightly different colors because I used the exact same color for this whole thing. It's that forest moss, and sometimes for whatever reason it just shows up a little differently, and I think that's so neat. Rest of that paper from Germany. Mr. Zeus. Again, it's in a little sleeve there. The string. Some braille. Kind of Franken-Page going on there. And here is some artwork that one of her grandkids did. Wanted to put that in the middle. And these guys. I had to put an owl in here. Had to. We had a discussion on how much I liked owls, so had to. Some trim. really happy. These are so big, these paper doilies. And so I was really happy. I was like, ooh, I can actually use them in this. And we end it right here. I loved this picture. It's so pretty. I love that moon. And here is the rest of the Capricorn stuff. And then, I don't know if I even actually showed you guys the back. Left it pretty plain. Some stamping on coffee dyed muslin, and yeah. So that is this big old monster of a journal. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you next time. I'm going to try to get a Halloween project thrown in before Halloween. We've only got a few weeks, so yeah, we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you feel inclined, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I gotta stand up and turn my camera off. Bye, guys.